Here are this week's top stories. UAE survey reveals that poor diet and stress contribute to poor sleeping habits. We'll look into a fitness tracker that can serve as a virtual fitness trainer. Cavalia artists share how they keep fit for their performances. UAE resident attempts a Guinness World Record for most number of bungee jumps in 24 hours. And find out which MMA legend Ronda Rousey wants to fight. Hi, I'm Rachel Pather. I'll be bringing you these top stories and more only here on What's Up. A recent survey focusing on UAE sleeping habits has revealed that stress and poor diet, among other factors, are the main causes why half of UAE residents have trouble sleeping. The results were released during the launch of Sleep Matters, a community initiative aimed at educating the public on how to achieve a good night's sleep. The research, conducted by YouGov, gave a comprehensive summary on how UAE residents view sleep. 49% of the respondents said they have trouble sleeping every night, and 72% said that lack of sleep affects their day. 85% believe that having a healthy sleep leads to a healthy life, while only 35% claimed that they sleep better now than 12 months ago. Health psychologist Dr. Melanie Schlatter shared some details about the study.
From my perspective, what I think the biggest thing that came out of it is that people are very aware that sleep's important, but they don't know how to manage that, what to do about the problems that they're facing. A lot of people are working, they're very busy, they've got families, they've got commitments. They don't know about, in terms of sleep hygiene, how to relax, managing their lives. I think a lot of people are obviously saying that they don't sleep a whole lot, they take it for granted. And I think that's something that needs to be identified, or at least has been identified, and something that we need to address.
During the event, Cristiano Falcone shared some tips on how to sleep better.
First of all, try to sleep in a room very decluttered. Avoid clutter under the bed. This can seriously affect your sleep. Don't use big, strong colors in your room like red or orange. Try to go with soft blue, green, yellow, and of course avoid any electronic items around. And also try to have a very comfortable flow of chi. It means don't put massive and strong furniture in the room.
Dubai conducted an educational workshop for school teachers from private and government organisations to promote healthy eating. 400 teachers took part in the seminar that discussed nutritional education for school children and their families. Wafa Ayesh, Director of Clinical Nutrition at the Dubai Health Authority, said the aim of the workshop is to educate teachers so they can encourage healthy eating habits amongst children. She added that it is important to also educate the families about the dangers of fast food, which provide empty calories and are known to be a major cause of childhood obesity. The seminar also included educating teachers about the food pyramid, what constitutes an ideal lunchbox, and how to raise issues of poor eating or unhealthy lunchboxes with parents. Several standard guidelines, which are on the acceptable levels of healthy nutrition, were also presented. Ayesh highlighted the need to address the problem of childhood obesity through such lectures and workshops. She said they believe awareness is the key to knowledge, which in turn gives people the power to make the right choices. The seminar was headed by the Clinical Nutrition Department at the DHA, in association with Indian High School Dubai. Fitness experts have different views about the ideal order of a workout. But according to a new study, it does not matter whether you do cardio first or weight training, because results will be the same. The study, which was published in the European Journal of Applied Physiology, started with Finnish researchers having their hypothesis that doing cardiovascular exercise prior to strength training might make muscles weaker. They wanted to prove if this can reduce the ability to lift heavy weights. To test their theory, they studied 2 groups of men and asked them to perform equal time of cardio and weight training, with one group performing equal time of cardio training before weight training and the other group doing the weight training before cardio. At the end of the study, the results showed that both groups increased their physical performance and muscle size. This proposes that exercise order does not seem to affect the training outcomes, as long as the volume and frequency of training is moderate and equal time is given to both types of exercise. The researchers recommend 2 to 3 combined sessions per week. However, strength development suffers when the amount of cardio training is much higher than the amount of resistance training performed. For our fitness technology news, we'll look into a fitness tracker that claims to be a step above the competition. This device, called Moov, is a wearable disc that aims to serve as an all-in-one virtual fitness coach to provide real-time feedback during workouts. Backed by extensive biomechanics and sports science research from Harvard University and the University of Cape Town. It relies on sophisticated 3D sensors and game mechanics to give users real-time feedback. This makes workouts better, safer, and more efficient. So how does it work? Well, most fitness trackers count the steps you're taking or how many calories you've burned. This one takes it to another level. The plastic disc, about the size of a $50 coin, can be worn as a band around your arm or ankle, or mounted on equipment like tennis rackets or golf clubs. For example, while you're running, Moov may tell you to swing your arms faster to improve your cadence, or to land on your feet more lightly to avoid the risk of knee injury. Moov claims to analyse your posture and movements using its built-in accelerometer, gyroscope and magnetometer. It then pushes the data over Bluetooth to a companion iOS app, or if you're not into taking your iPhone into the gym, Moov will store workout data on the watch and give you a summary on your phone when you get back. At the moment, Moov is only available on a pre-order basis on their website. When it's launched, it's supposed to be able to support running, cardio boxing, weight training, swimming and cycling. Don't change that channel, because coming up after the break, the artists of the spectacular show Cavalia share how they keep fit for their performances. UAE resident attempts a Guinness World Record for most number of bungee jumps in 24 hours. And find out which MMA legend Ronda Rousey wants to fight. Welcome back to What's Up. Cavalia, a multimedia live production, wowed the Dubai audience with its stunning visual highlights. The cast featured 50 horses and 44 world-class acrobats, aerialists, riders, dancers and musicians. The show was brought to the UAE by one of the co-founders of the famed Cirque du Soleil, Norman Lotterell. This combination of animal, human, music and technology is the first show of its kind to come to the UAE and was part of the annual Qasr Al Hussein Festival. This This exhibition of beauty, skill and amazement has been seen around the world, and it brings a connection between humans and horses to the stage and into the realizations of the audiences. The performance level of the artists involved in the show is indeed admirable. The discipline needed to keep up with this type of presentation requires rigorous training to make sure they are always on top of their game. Physique TV was able to speak to some of the Cavalia artists to find out how they keep fit for their performances.
I am an equestrian, a horseback rider, but I did, of course, start being really active and physical, especially as a kid. I did gymnastics, so most of us have an acrobatic background. I also do circus bareback riding, which is where we stand on the back of one horse that gallops in a circle. So this is very physical, and we have to make sure that we stay in shape. We have a gym that's in our artistic tent, so all of us work out at least once a day, depending on our practices and how often we're riding the horses. But even riding the horses is it's an athletic thing to do. We have to make sure that they're stretched and they're athletes as well. So we have to make sure that they're massaged properly, and we have a chiropractor for them to make sure that they're in shape, and us as well. We have to make sure that we stay correct. We have a kitchen tent here on site, and our chef Pierre-Yves is incredible. He works with us individually to make sure that he always provides what we need. We have tons of fruits, nuts, vegetables, which we kind of snack on during the day, and then they do provide us a meal at lunch and a meal at dinner, and any kind of snack we might need after that if for some reason we're performing very late or we're staying late.
For us, the show in itself is not what is keeping us fit. Obviously, it's part of it, but to be able to do the show, we have to be at our optimal warm-up and strength and so on. So there's a lot of warming up and either by weights or cardio that goes on before the show, so that by when the show starts, we're ready to go.
Riders, they also exercise the horses of a morning, and then they're in the show of a maximum of about 15 minutes per show. So we just gradually do their training and build them up, their physique and their muscle tone, and then they do the show. And then they also have one day off a week so they can have a relax.
For sure, what you see on stage is happy people, and they are very healthy. And it's the same thing for the horse.
UAE resident Colin Phillips has attempted to break the Guinness World Record for the most bungee jumps in 24 hours. The official attempt took place at the Dubai Autodrome in support of Breast Cancer Arabia. An official adjudicator from Guinness World Records was on site to verify all jumps and ensure adherence to Guinness guidelines. Additional professional manpower from the UK Bungee Club was brought in, as well as multiple crane drivers and a sports therapist to ensure that safety is a top priority.
The first part is the safety of bungee jumping in general. We run under something called the ARABSAT code. It's the British Elastic Association system. It's a very big document, and we're really bound by it. The other thing is fatigue. Fatigue is our biggest enemy in here, so you get a lot of crew, and also we've got a few physicians examining Colin every couple of hours for his vitals, for everything in general, what does he need. We have also designed jumping periods and rest periods. So far it's working fine.
Phillips is a 32-year-old UK expat and is a professional fitness coach. Over the last 10 months, he has been doing numerous consecutive jumps every weekend in preparation for the attempt. Phillips was aiming to complete 200 jumps by the end of 24 hours. He was attempting to break the current record of 105 jumps, achieved by Kevin Scott Huntley of South Africa on May 8, 2011. The first bungee session started at 7 p.m. on March 20th and ended at 11 p.m, while the second session ran from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. the next day, and the last from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. Phillips was able to complete 151 jumps in the 24 hours. Physique TV was able to speak with him about the experience.
This is just epicness. This is just what it's all about. You know, teams coming together in a fabulous country. This is what it is right here, right now. Team camaraderie, friendship, and just good times and fun. I didn't really sleep too much before, actually. There was a lot of anxiety and a lot of thoughts going around my head, so it was hard to try and sleep. But last night I actually had quite a good sleep for about 4 hours. So I think it may have been the fresh air upstairs that helped me sleep. It's all about hydrating, really. So make sure that I got good hydration on board, and just watching my glucose levels. So that was always really important, really. It was a real journey. Every single jump was different, and it was a matter of that every time that I jumped, I was dealing with something new, something different. We suffered some bruises, we got some hits and some bangs, but ultimately, we've achieved it.
Getting married may be one of the happiest moments in your life, but research shows that tying the knot might cause you to gain weight. A UK study found that couples tend to put on an average of 2 kilos a year after wedlock. Another study from the United States found that weight gain of up to 10 kilos is possible within the 2 years after getting married. Post-wedding weight gain can begin as soon as the honeymoon. According to experts, it can be a reaction to restrictive dieting tactics used before the wedding, or it can be the result of settling into long-term unhealthy habits. Couples also feel under less pressure to look good because they are no longer seeking a partner. Another cause for post-wedding weight gain is the number of family celebrations couples are invited to after the wedding. But how determined are newlyweds to maintain their physique after getting married? Firas recently attended a mass wedding celebration in Dubai to find out if these married men will make fitness their priority.
Couples are celebrating in Zabil Park in a mass wedding event. We are going to find out if they are planning to be healthy and fit in their life. بدي أسألك كيف رح تحافظ على أكلك من بعد الزواج؟
والله دائما كما كنت قبل الزواج إن شاء الله بعد الزواج بعد.
رح تضلك تاكل أكل صحي ولا بدنا نخبص لأنه في مناسبات كثيرة؟
لا بخبص أكيد. بخبص. ما في أكل صحي.
أوكي. على الأكل الصحي وكيف فيك تحافظ على أكلك؟
عن موضوع الأكل، أول شيء أنا طبعاً بحط بقياسي، يعني ما بزيد وايد ولا إنه شوية، وسط، لأن هاي فرحة وما نروح لتسيف العمر يعني، فالواحد يعني ياكل بس بعد لا إنه يزيد ولا إنه بقليل، إن هي فرحة والفرحة لازم تستمر. والله من ناحية الصحة والأكل الواحد بعد يختار الأكلات الخفيفة مو بالدسمة عشان ما تجل. في المناسبات يعني شوية بس ما يكثر وايد.
شكرا لك وألف مبروك عريس. شكرا. So it seems that the new married men are planning to be healthy. This is Firas Abbas and this is What's Up.
In MMA news, UFC's top female fighter Ronda Rousey has changed her mind about fighting at catchweight, with one exception. It must be against Gina Carano, who has not fought since 2009. A catchweight fight happens when fighters from different weight classes meet in the middle to make a fight possible. Rousey is currently fighting at bantamweight with 135 pounds. Carano, on the other hand, was fighting at featherweight at 145 pounds, but at the moment she is more focused on acting in Hollywood movies. Rousey said that she will be ecstatic to fight the MMA legend, and she would be willing to move up in weight class to make the fight possible. The recent statement from Rousey regarding her interest to fight Carano has sparked many rumours that Carano will be ending her 5-year MMA hiatus. Carano still has 5 remaining fights from her deal with Zuffa, but UFC President Dana White has denied any talks with the former fighter. Dana White has also rejected the challenge from 145-pound featherweight fighter Christian Cyborg to fight Rousey, saying that it is nonsense for the champion to fight above her weight class. Again, here are this week's top stories. UAE survey reveals that poor diet and stress contribute to poor sleeping habits. We looked at a fitness tracker that can serve as a virtual fitness trainer. Cavalia artists share how they keep fit for their performances. UAE resident attempts a Guinness World Record for most number of bungee jumps in 24 hours. And Ronda Rousey will fight at catch weight if it's against Gina Carano. Thanks for joining me. If you have any comments or if you want to know more about what we featured today, visit our website or follow us on our social media pages. I'm Rachel Pather. See you again next time.